Hi there, welcome to Young Guns. I'm Amy Parks and this is Greg.
And
Hi Greg.
Immediately, Amy, I've got a dispute. Before the show, Amy decided to sneeze. Now, all she did to cover up the spray was put her hand in front of her nose, and I copped it. Now, under the sneezing code of conduct, Amy, not only must you put your hand over your nose, but you must duck your head. Everyone knows that. You didn't do it, and I'm disgruntled.
Under the television code of conduct, Greg, we've been working together for like 4 weeks now. You cop the sneeze all the time.
Yeah,
That's your job, dude.
I won't be happy if I get the flu, Amy. Look, a big show on tonight. We've got Fremantle's Pool, Medhurst, and we're also got live in the studio a rising star from the Geelong Football Club, a couple of music clips. But first, Amy, we're going to kick off with Guns Blazing, and the first one we're looking at is Ryan Fitzgerald from Adelaide.
Ryan Fitzgerald from Adelaide. This guy had a stellar game against Sydney on the weekend. 4 goals he kicked. Now, interestingly enough, actually played for Sydney for 3 years and only had 10 games in the 3 years he was there. Suffered some horrific injuries, but good to see him playing back home in Adelaide, where he's originally from, and doing really, really well. Very impressed with this young gun.
The next one we're looking at is Travis Gaspar from West Coast Eagles, rookie from South Fremantle Football Club in WA. Brother of Richmond defender Darren Gaspar, cemented his spot, I'm sure, for this week's team with a couple of brilliant goals for West Coast against the Bulldogs, and is one of many young guns at the Eagles that are showing a lot of promise early on in the season.
That's right. And next up here is the roommate of our friend Daniel G. and Syracuse. This is Patrick Bowden from the Western Bulldogs. Check out that goal. Third Bowden brother to play AFL, and isn't he making a mark as well?
We're about to have a look at another great goal from another bully, Daniel G. and Syracuse. He was a guest last week on Young Guns. He missed a couple of early chances against West Coast, but that was an absolute cracker, and he's in good form, Daniel, this season.
He certainly is, and he from the Hawthorn Footy Club had a great game on the weekend against Freo. Chance Bateman. Check out that goal and then the celebration.
And what I also want to check
it.
out is Daniel Harford's chicken dance. Look at the way chicken dances to Chance there. That's one of the worst chicken dances I've seen in AFL so far. Some bad news, Amy. Corey Enright from Geelong, a shoulder injury. But some good news for fans of WA football, I guess. Stephen Armstrong from the Melbourne Football Club, round number 3 Rising Star Award nominee. So good news for Stephen Armstrong and the Melbourne Football Club.
Certainly was. But in even better form was a young guy we spotted out around the place wearing number 3 for the Eagles. If we've got the vision there, oh, this is a tough little soldier. Look at this guy here. Ready? Watch the collision. Bang!
Oh, no.
And he's down. Check it out. And he's out for the count, or so they think. Smack!
We've got the super slow-mo going. Look at the anguish in the face. He's really taken a hard hit.
He has.
Again, we see it. Now, this is very interesting, the way he runs off here. He's I don't think he let out the "Mum, I need you."
Yeah.
But he certainly was in a world of hurt.
There was definitely lip quivering going on.
But then the Rocky music started, Amy.
Dun.
Visions of Sylvester Stallone running up the stairs because number 3 for the West Coast Eagles made a comeback.
He certainly did, and this is what he looked like. Gathers the ball. 1, 2, 3. Kicks it. Nice work, champ.
Now, there's a lot of AFL scouts looking at that sort of footage because he showed a lot of toughness.
He certainly did.
To get up. And, he didn't kick the goal, but he had 2 bounces on the run, and everyone would like to do that in their career of football.
They certainly would. Tough little soldier. Little champ. Having a great one.
Now it's time to get our guest on, though, Amy. We're moving to Geelong now, and so please welcome everyone here, James Bartel from the Geelong Football Club.
Woo-hoo! Come on now! James.
Please come on, James, don't be shy. We're a little aggressive tonight, but please
James,
don't be shy.
how are you?
Good, thanks.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Now, welcome to Young Guns.
Yeah.
You've come all the way down from Geelong.
Yeah, it was fair.
How long did it take you to get here? An hour and a half?
Yeah, just about an hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah? Nice one. Little trip down from the beach.
Collectible. Every week we get our very special guest to bring in a collectible. Last week, Daniel G. and Syracuse brought in a caricature. What have you got for this week, James?
Oh, I thought it'd be pretty funny actually to bring in my first football trophy, but the thing was, I didn't actually play Aussie rules as first football. I actually played American football gridiron.
Oh, wow.
So I played it when I lived over in the States there for about 15 months, and so I played that before I actually took up Aussie rules. So.
Oh, wow. And you lived over there. How old were you when you lived over there?
I was actually 9.
Really?
9 and 10, turned 10 over there, and actually enjoyed it.
Whereabouts in the States did you live?
Lincoln, Nebraska. It's right in the middle, big American football area. And
Yeah.
it's good fun crashing the things with helmets.
Yeah.
Now we've got you in the gridiron helmet holding the ball there.
Yeah.
What was that for? Coach's award? What did you get the trophy for?
I think it was just a stock standard participation award, really.
The old participation award.
This is James. He likes to beat things with his head,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Pay your fees and get your trophy at the end.
Nice one.
That kind of
Excellent.
award, yeah.
So you came back over. How old were you when you started playing AFL?
I wasn't about 11. I played my first full season in the juniors. I just filled in every now and then. I used to not do much. Used to just bum around as a little kid. Yeah.
That's the way.
As a little kid, was there anyone you played in the playground? I walked past a school the other day and a school was having a pack session and someone went up and yelled out, "Kepper!" Is there anyone who you, probably not like that, but is there anyone you pretended to be when you were a kid from the AFL?
I think coming from Geelong, a lot of people wanted to be Gary Ablett and take hangers, but the best thing about Gary Ablett was when you used to see him come out on a lead and he used to just poleaxe that defender, dropping in, and we used to love doing that in the schoolyard, like kick the footy up nice and high and just try and...
Oh, so instead of setting up the mark on someone, you would set it up for a shirt front?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear.
A lot of sick bay action going on back there in old Geelong. And you grew up in Geelong. You've always lived in Geelong? Well, obviously after coming back from the States.
Yeah, grew up there and pretty much still got the friends who I used to try and run through at primary school, but it's good town.
Awesome. Is it going up in Geelong and sort of being a local? How difficult is it because it's a big footy town and a one-team town? How difficult is it to go sort of into that team and be that football superstar kind of person on the rise?
It hasn't been too bad actually. It's been pretty good. I think staying in Geelong, coming from Geelong, it's good. You've got your friends at the footy club and you get to get away from it with friends that you've known for a while. So it's actually better in a way, really.
Yeah, for sure.
It took you an hour and a half to get here tonight, but you didn't drive. You had someone pick you up. Can you please explain to me why you couldn't drive to the studios tonight?
Actually, I've been pretty slack in getting my licence.
How old are you?
I'm 18, but
Okay.
I should have got my licence about 5 or 6 months ago. But
What, failed tests or...?
no, I didn't really fail because I never went for my L's. So
That's good discipline.
yeah, actually took Paul Brown. He got a bit sick of it down at Geelong. Drove me into the Vic Roads to go get my L's so I can go get my P's in 6 months.
So, sorry, Amy, it's got to be annoying for other people to drive you around everywhere. Who do you annoy the most? How do you get around?
Tim McGrath gets pretty annoyed with me. He always asks, when are you getting your licence? And he reckons he's going to send me an invoice once I get my P's and how much I owe him for the taxi fare.
Yeah, that's all right. And so when you're living in Geelong, how hard is it to disassociate? Because now you've obviously got this responsibility as a footballer.
Yeah.
Is it hard to sort of say to your mates, oh, look, I can't do that or I can't go out? Or do you still have a good social life?
I still have a good social life and I think my mates understand that and instead of, being silly and everything like that, you have to calm down a bit and, be a bit more responsible. But they're pretty good with that. My mates, we don't really get ourselves into too much trouble, keep pretty quiet.
So are you allowed to get on the sauce at all? I mean, can you have a really huge night or is that a total ban? What's the guidelines?
I don't think there's a total ban. You're allowed to have a few quiet ones and just, none of your statal stumps at the nightclub effort comes stumbling out, that kind of thing. But I think if you were to get on the sauce heavy, it might be just at home with a few people where nobody else can see, but it doesn't really happen much.
A responsible way to do it. And what was it like? Obviously, you played for the Falcons, which is the under-18s team at Geelong and stuff like that, and there is that sort of thing. What was it like pulling on the jersey to play? Sort of, you knew you were in the seniors, you were on the list at the Geelong Footy Club. What was that feeling like?
It was a weird feeling, really. It wasn't like, it felt like, what was I doing here? Like, I didn't really get that shock until actually coming up the race and like playing my first Wizard Cup over in West Coast and having the whole crowd boo you and you realise you're standing next to Stephen King who's a champion and they're booing him but they're also booing you as well, so it felt weird.
Yeah, strange.
Your first goal in football, is a lot of pressure to kick that first goal. We've got some vision of it now. How did you feel when this one went through the big sticks?
I was pretty stoked really, but to be honest, when I first took the mark I thought, good way to get them about 30 metres out here, and I turned around and go, I'm a bit further out than I think here, and I didn't know really where to line up, and I was kind of daydreaming into the crowd a bit, and I had to snap myself out of it.
Sure.
Just to kick the goal.
So you tightened up a little bit because it's your first goal. I mean, normally that would be an easy kick for you, would it?
Yeah, normally it'd be easy, but I don't think I really looked where I was kicking it there for a while. I was just hoping I kicked it properly.
Good technique, James. Just shut the eyes. I think Greg Norman puts that way. He
Crosses his fingers and gets stuck into it.
I just thought, I don't spray this on the floor or I forget to swing my leg or something, but I was happy I popped it through.
For sure. It was pretty impressive. Now, we've got some music for you. Do you get into Grinspoon at all?
I occasionally listen to it on the radio, yeah.
Cool. Well, we've got some vintage Grinspoon. Grinspoon have actually got a new single out at the moment, Greg. It's called Chemical Heart. We're not having that on tonight. We've gone the vintage. This is called Ready One, and this is Grinspoon. We'll see you after this on Young Guns.
Kilpatrick seizes the opportunity. Handball over the top. Ablett from the forward pocket area. Ablett goes to goal. And Gary Ablett has kicked it. Oh, terrific to see. No matter who they are, the youngsters come through out of the junior competition and really play a part in their team's performance when they do get the chance. Look at this. Whoa, Yuki. Gary Ablett gets the goal for Geelong.
And welcome back to Young Guns. And if you're wondering exactly what that is Teddy Ruxpin, which is the collectible that Amy brought in here to Young Guns. She has a lot of respect for Teddy Ruxpin. Unfortunately, we here at Young Guns don't have any respect for it. So if we could just remove it off the table, that would be fantastic.
Every week you guys pick on Teddy Ruxpin. I don't know what he's done to you. All he does is read tapes. Read stories. He's innocent, harmless bear.
No, great collectible. We're with James Bartel from the Geelong Football Club. We saw a goal from Gary Ablett Jr. Robbo went off
Who's
on the
his
Fox
dad?
Footy.
I've got no idea.
Robbo went off on the Fox Footy commentary going, Ablett! I mean, do you get a show in any of the publicity down at Catland? It's all Ablett Jr.
No, it's not too bad. I don't go looking for it, but it was pretty funny that he finally kicked one. We've all been getting into him that he hasn't kicked a goal yet, and he's been that close in each game, and something always comes up, and then I think he was so excited, just nailing one. Yeah,
for sure. And
great.
has he found it hard, like dealing with all the sort of hype and publicity? Because when it comes down to it, he's just a guy. He just happens to be someone's. Yeah, he's just a dude.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so. But you know, is he finding it any hard to deal with?
No, I don't think he's finding it hard at all. He's that kick back and relaxed. I don't think it really phases him that much. He just loves football, and I don't think it really bothers him what people say. So
Excellent.
Obviously, the hair in front of his eyes doesn't bother him either.
That's
Surely
right.
you're getting into him about the horse mane.
Oh, last time we had a haircut when we were actually at Falcons, everyone got stuck into him. So I think he's just letting it grow for a fair while now.
Good one.
He likes
Good one.
that
He'll have dreads by next week. Another guy that really enjoys his football is someone you caught up with over in Perth, Greg. Greg just went on a holiday because he felt like it and left me here in stinky old Melbourne and went over to the Sun. And you caught up with, look at you just staring at me going, I'm going to get
Well, you've just sledged me for going to do an interview.
Well, you sledged me for sneezing and you got Teddy Ruxpin as well. Greg's had a tempi tantrum. Greg caught up with Paul Medhurst from the Fremantle Football Club, and here's what he had to say.
He's a Sagittarius. He uses Vaseline in his hair when he goes out to night spots in Perth, Western Australia. His family nickname him Grunge, although I've heard here in WA his nickname is the Cat. I'm talking about number 34 for the Fremantle Dockers, Paul Medhurst. All those details right on, aren't they, Paul?
They all sound pretty good except for the cat, mate. I don't know where that's come from.
Bad oil? No.
No, honestly, just it's news to me.
Which do you enjoy most, taking a hanger over the players or kicking through the big sticks? Which really gets the heart pumping?
I'd probably say a hanger. Yeah, a good hanger doesn't come along as much as a goal, that's for sure.
In the game against St Kilda, you took that fantastic mark in front of goal. I don't want to be harsh, but your kick for goal was a little subpar. But is that the way? A lot of players seem, when they take a great mark, the kick afterwards is a bit of a scrubber. I'm not saying your kick was a scrubber, but...
It was a scrubber.
Yeah?
No, it was a shocking kick. I just, I took the grab and I was fairly pleased with that, and I suppose I was trying to block it out of my head, but you just kept thinking, oh, this would be a big anticlimax if I missed this goal, and surely enough, I missed the goal. So.
What type of player were you in school? You went to Hale School here in Perth. Were you a good footy player in school?
I was ordinary, to be honest. I thought I went all right. but I was really small. And there wasn't much of me. I played in the seconds for nearly all my school. I played, half the games in the first. So, in a similar role that I do now around the goals, but nothing special at all, that's for sure.
The smallest, Medhurst, has taken the mark.
What type of music do you go for? Sort of a bit of heavy metal, or more to some reggae, perhaps? Or
Yeah,
what is it? What's some of the bands that you're into? What are they?
Oh, I'm not really a big music person, but just something pretty cruisy in the background. Something a bit of Craig David, or just something that's easy to listen to.
Craig David, really? What is it about Craig David that? He's a pretty cool dude. He's obviously a favourite among women, and what is it about Craig that you like? I enjoyed his song 7 Days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I enjoyed the breakdown of Craig David's songs. What is it about it that you like about that music?
It's just pretty smooth, sultry sort of tones. So.
You can't tell me you're listening to Craig David before the game, though.
No, not before the game.
Do you listen to anything? How do you?
Yeah, I listen to a bit of jazz before the game. In the car on the way to the game, a bit of Frank Brubeck.
Okay.
This will be interesting. Well played, Medhurst. Longmuir back to Medhurst. Goes off his step across the body. It's a goal.
In the Fremantle group, who really is the king of style? Who would you say fancies themselves as Mr. Saba?
Saba. Crody thinks he's a bit of a prime mover. He goes all right, but I think the fashion stakes lie with Peter Bell. He goes all right. He's got a few crisp garments tucked away in that wardrobe, and he shows us very, very often.
And this is the little soft ball that Paul Medhurst gave to us as his collectible, Amy. Mm-hmm. You put a lot of effort again.
Nice one, brother. Thanks very much for that, Paul.
No, sister.
Thanks for going over to Perth for us. I'm sure you had a really good time. Without me. Nice one. Did you have a good time?
The Queen of Attitude, James. The Queen of Attitude. Now, do you have any strange dreams about football? You're surrounded by it so much. I know. Personally, I've had a couple, and I dominate the field, but then I just can't kick it. Do you have any nightmarish dreams at all about footy?
Well, I've had a couple of nightmarish dreams of running into the goalpost and just looking like a big deal there, and just especially in front of say football park crowd where there's 40,000 people.
Yeah.
Just everyone's laughing at you because you just smack into a goalpost, but. Haven't had that many, really. No.
Oh, that's all right. And you went to, for Geelong people out there who might be watching, you went to St Joseph's College, did you? Yeah. And that's a Catholic school. Yeah. What was it like going to Catholic school, being a good Catholic boy down in Geelong?
Not actually a Catholic boy. I had to they go through a phase of interviews to let you in there, to see if you're just not a feral or anything like that. So,
no ferals. St Joseph's, we don't have ferals.
So you tick a box, do you? Yeah. Feral, non-feral.
Yeah. I got in by default, I think. They just didn't have enough numbers. But it managed to squeeze my way in there, but it was a pretty good school and a lot of funny boys there.
Excellent.
If Amy and I could set you up on a dream date with a TV, film or a music star, who would you choose and why?
Teddy Rupskin.
Well, actually, a couple of mates and I, when we sit and watch TV on Wednesday at 8:30, we quickly flick over, I think it's Channel 7, to Oz Lotto, see what Nikki Visser's wearing.
Oh, Nikki Visser. And do you watch the, is it 40 Winks commercials?
When she gives you the wink.
Yeah, and she's wearing 90s too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So you would like Visser?
No, I just have a lot of male friends. It's just sad.
Very interesting, very high rated.
What about you, Greg? Who's your...
Well, that's good, Visser. Yeah,
Visser.
I like Visser. There's a number of Sports Illustrated cover girls.
She's a real woman, Nikki Visser, I think. She's all real woman. She's not too skinny. She's nice. Just nice.
Thanks, Emma. Well, that reassures James and I that we've chosen well. Bomber Thompson, what's he like when he gets angry? Does he go berserk, or is he a quiet sort of guy?
I remember the first time he kind of got angry, it kind of snapped me out of a bit of a half a daze there, because he's there with one tone, and then he'll be talking, and then he'll just burst like a couple of short words of anger, and he'll just snap you back into line. And I think I'm always ready for it now. It doesn't just yell flat chat, but when he does, it has an effect.
Okay, excellent. Well, Good luck with that. I hope you're more aware now with that anyway. But it's time for us to go, Greg. It's come to that time in the show. We've got to leave.
Yeah, well, you've kicked your first goal now, James. Congratulations, and have a great season with the Cats.
Thanks for that.
For sure. Thanks for coming in. And Greg, thank you very much.
Oh, thanks again, Amy. It's been fantastic.
Thanks, Greg. I've had a champion time. We've got to go now, but we're leaving you with some more music. This is formerly known as Josh Abraham's Pure Tone with Addicted to Bass. Bye.